Today I'm going to take a little time with you and talk about $50 Rustoleum paint job, because I just did one of those on my 1995 Chevy Suburban. It's gloss white, and actually it really doesn't look too bad. Though this thing had some pretty big rust issues, and I pretty much just sort of hack and packed it, sort of pisser style. Yeah. But in all, it really didn't come out too bad. Now, stuff you'd need for, say, a sort of job like this, you could do it with a roller, but I did it with one of those $13 Harbor Freight paint guns, it actually turned out pretty good. But one thing about those paint guns, well, you need a good compressor, and those things are really kind of throwaway in my opinion. They're so cheap, they just don't really last very long. I did about two different coats, and yeah, it didn't really turn out too good. Now, I spent several days. I went over the whole truck with 320 before I painted it, roof and everything. The roof rack I just masked off because, well, I was going to remove it, but every single screw stripped out, every single one. But basically, the most body work I actually really did to this truck was right here in the quarter was a total rust hole, and yeah, I'm gonna order at one point. I'm gonna order a whole new bottom section of the quarter, which I can get one off the internet pretty cheap. Just haven't done it yet. But I painted up my flares and put it back on. I haven't gotten the molding yet. I'm gonna get new molding, though I may not. It kind of does look pretty nice, but the molding at the side you could buy per foot pretty cheaply. Painted. I accidentally painted my antenna because I forgot to mask it off. I just said screw it because I already had the gun in my hand. So there was like overspray here. But I just unscrewed it and then threw a coat of paint on it, and then put it back on, and it looks better. But this base is painted, unfortunately. This fender right here is the one I replaced. It was the one on it originally was totally rusted out, but I pretty much just sort of bought a new one, and it was pretty much rust free. It just had some dents in it, but I didn't really fix those because the flare's going over it. What else? I painted the door handles. I mean, there's some areas where there's some chipping and stuff like that. A few bugs in the paint. Actually, there's the driver's front door. I gotta redo that because sort of screwed it up really bad. I had a big run, then I tried to smooth it out with a roller, and it just ruined it. But I'm gonna respray that tomorrow. The rockers have seen better days. I gotta put new rockers on it, but I wasn't gonna go crazy on sort of rust repairing it. I bet there's some rust gonna come through here, and if and when that happens, I'm probably just gonna mask off everywhere above here and just spray that with bed liner. I mean, it won't look as clean. It'll look like, you know, there was rust there, but, well, honestly, that's the truth. There was rust, and I am just going to be covering up rust. But honestly, I mean, it's a pretty respectable looking truck now. Didn't paint the door jambs or any of that stuff, but it's I mean, though it has over 300,000 miles, it did sort of deserve a paint job. And like when you look from here, it looks nice. Yeah, another thing, this bumper I'm gonna replace it. Yeah, I mounted the license plate like that when I came home after I hit the deer. The license plate was sort of bent up like that, so I just bolted it back on upside down. It's not actually illegal to have it upside down. Yeah, enough of my rambling. This cost me about $50, not including the paint gun, because I actually bought the paint gun beforehand. And yeah, basically $40 for the paint, and then about $10 in other materials. I had a lot of stuff already, all the sandpaper I already had, but I'd expect to pay about around $100 if you were going to do it yourself. Do one of these yourself. Yeah, the finish isn't too bad. I haven't buffed it yet. So it's a little kind of weird. Like you can see down this side, down the quarter, it's a little hazy. But I think I can get most of that out when I buff it. I'm just sort of waiting for the paint to cure. I'm a little worried it may burn through a few areas, but well, like I said, since it's just Rustoleum, I could pretty much just touch that up pretty easily, pretty cheaply. In other news, I painted the hood on the yellow truck, not the whole thing. You can see how nice that looks. Sort of a two-tone effect right here. And I also painted the bumper, sort of same color, and then sort of painted the side of the truck too, because well, it's like the 5th time I've painted it, but I finally got like the right amount type of paint and all that stuff, and it just looks nice. And I've not even buffed it yet. Even with the giant caved-in bedside, this thing just looks glossy and nice. Like compared to that, which was actually, this fender was pretty wet, looked pretty nice before. But this looks even nicer. It's the same exact color, it just needs to be buffed because this part is a bit oxidized. But yeah. Well, you know what, that's it for right now. I'll talk to you guys, or you audience, later. Hey, kitty.